Good evening and welcome to Radio York. The lead team for tonight is fullback Mark Kay, number 2 Barry Burgess, number 3 Jimmy Bacosa, number 4 Andy Cheetham, number 5 Dean Purtle, number 6 David Ingram, number 7 Jason O'Loughlin, number 8 Tim Street, number 9 Jonathan Quigley, number 10 Tuliku, number 11 Alex Kane, number 12 Rob Ball, and number 13 Alan Mason. The York team is number 1 Adam Knighton, number 2 Chris Hopcutt, number 3 Craig Moore, number 4 Damien Ball, number 5 Keith Mower, number 6 Mark Kane, number 7 Terry Smirk, number 8 Andy Marson, number 9 Alan Pallister, number 10 Rich Hayes, number 11 Craig Forsyth, number 12 Dave Smith, number 13 Andy Precious. Leigh kick off and it's well taken by the rider. Bad pass by Rydell and great defence by Leigh up to now. Jonathan Quigley makes the tackle. And again well in by Jonathan Quigley. This could be an early penalty to Leigh for not playing the ball and the tackle's been made. After 1 minute, Dean Purtle will attempt to kick a goal and put Leigh 2 points up. That's a great start for the Centurions with a goal take by Dean Purtle. Good defence there by Leku. Well moved in by Street. That's great defence by Leigh, forcing errors in the first 5 minutes by York. Leigh's head and ball at the scrum, and hopefully we can put pressure on them from here. Great break there by Ingram. And a drive by Leku. Tim Street taking the ball up strong. That looked high, and it was. Referee penalising York, which should have been easily 2 points for Dean Purtle. Leigh look really to be on the boil tonight. The defence is far better than it was in the last couple of games. Let's just hope we can keep on a roll. Successful penalty kick by Dean Purtle. Good deep kick by Leigh, well fielded by Terry Smirk. But again, good defence by Alan Mason, Tim Street and Jonathan Quidley. Cheatham, Pirtle and Mason combined to bring the winger down. Again, good defence by Leigh. It's a great tackle. Well in by Liku though. First touch of the ball for Bowler, International Player of the Year, Mark Kay. That'll do his confidence the world of good. Liku unfortunately slips though. He's got to stay on his feet and run up strong. Good drive by Rob Ball. Back inside by Street. Leigh forwards making good ground. Quigley on his own from acting half-back. Good kick by Mason, puts York back in their own 25, and a sound defence by Leigh. This time it's Leigh that are penalised for a high tackle. Good kick to touch by York, scrum half, Terry Smirk. Elbow there by the York player. It was York number 11, Craig Forsyth. Liku takes a big hit there, but a good sets a Lachlan off. Alan Mason comes in first man. Good yards by Tim Street. Good kick to the line back. I think it's too deep. Well fielded by the York winger. This is a tap on the 25, and we're looking for a good defence off Leigh again. That's great tackling. Very little yards made by York. Very good pressure by the Leigh defence at the moment. York don't seem to know what they're doing. They're driving in, but the Leigh defence is holding up very good. That's a good kick by Smirk. Dean Pirtle looking to escape the sin bin there for a professional foul. York look like they're going to try and pull 2 points back here with a penalty. It's a great conversion by Andy Precious to put York within 2 points of lead. Bad mistake by the York scrum half, Jerry Merck. Jason O'Loughlin makes 20 metres with that kick. A great drive by Alex Kane. Alan Mason onto Timmy Street. Good yards by Tim Street. Fortune loses the ball in the tackle. Scrum down on the York 20-metre line. York's head and ball. Very bad discipline. I think it's by Tim there. Well in by Street, Quigley and Liku. Line's moving up very quick. Looked to be a high tackle by Mason. It probably looked far worse on video than what he actually was. He's a big lad, he'll get up. Referee Peter Taberner's calling the touch judge on to see if he saw what happened. Now he's speaking to Alan Mason and Tim Street. The York crowd are shouting for 10 minutes for Alan Mason, but obviously you can't sin bin anybody. Sin bin is only for a technical offence and not for a high tackle. Andy Precious attempts to make the score 4-all with a 40-metre touchline conversion. The York crowd are still going about Benny Alan Mason for 10 minutes. They obviously don't know the rules. Well fielded by his own line by Jimmy Bacosa and a good 20 metres. Good yards by Barry Burgess. Good to see him back in the side. Tim Street takes the ball up flat and slips the ball out to Jason O'Loughlin. Good yards gained by Liku. Rob Ball comes the same way. Beats the first man and the second man. The third man comes in over the top. One up in the air by O'Loughlin, fielded well by Adam Knighton. There was an attempted high tackle by Andy Cheatham. The Leigh side have got to get some discipline into the game. Giving away silly yards by silly mistakes. Quigley, Liku and Kane combining that tackle. Terry Smirk takes him on from first man. Great tackle by Rob Ball. Lee's defence scrambling there as the York team throw it wide. And again, another penalty. This time, Vacosa gets sent in for holding down. Leigh at this moment are their own worst enemies. Bad mistake there by York. Again, Leigh are off the hook. Licky running across field, needs to straighten up. Pirtle carries on up midfield. Quigley again from acting half-back. The hard-working Tim Street again makes a good 10-15 yards. Quigley on his own again from acting half-back. They're finding it easy to make yards against this team. The only thing that's stopping us getting in well in front now is our own indiscipline. That's ball back by Leigh, back to one. Quigley looking for players. Rob Ball takes it up strong. High tackle doesn't seem to get noticed by Wigan referee Peter Taberner. Good drive by Lick, who takes the first man out. Second and third man combine to pull him down. O'Loughlin to Ingram, back to O'Loughlin. Spots the gap. What a superb try by Jason O'Loughlin. As soon as this team realise that's all they've got to do, and stop giving silly free kicks away, I'm sure we can come away from here with a convincing win. Even the York crowd are proud in that try. Everybody's come to see good open rugby. We don't need the high tackles and the holding down. That's going to keep York in this game. We can get this game over and done with by half-time. The way that we started tackling has been absolutely superb, but we've got to cut the silly free kicks out. Dean Pirtle attempts to be what should be a formality and make the score 10-2.
Another successful kick for number 5, Dean Pirtle. The score now, York 2, Leigh 10.
That's a good deep kick by O'Loughlin. Well moved up Alan Mason and Anijita. Great defence by Alex Kane. Good kick for touch that drives Leigh back well into our own 20-metre area. Andy Cheatham looks to be injured. By the looks of it, it's his ankle or his knee. In fact, Cheatham leaves the field and there's going to be a substitution, I think. Great break by Barry Burgess. That's the informing really at the moment. Liku takes it up strong. Terrorists will block this Liku. He's taking 4 men to pull him down. We need a quick play of the ball. Again, another silly penalty, this time by York for pinching the ball as Leigh attempted to play it. Number 16, David Wright, comes on the field in place of Andrew Tito. Good 10 yards made by Tim Street again. Alan Mason moves into first man. Rob Ball takes it on his right. Gets met by two York forwards. Good play the ball by Ball. Onto O'Loughlin, onto Ingram. Inside to Mark Kay. A bit of a speculative pass there by Jason O'Loughlin. Fortunately was knocked on by the York number 3. Mark Casey should have taken a knock by the head. Clare is on having a look at him now, but I think he's okay. It's one of the rare occasions in rugby league at this age that you see a scrum lost against the head. Quigley and Ball combined to put the York attacker down. And again, good defence by Leigh forces an error from York on only the second tackle. Barry Burgess again makes great ground from the action halfback from behind the scrum. Leigh takes it up first man. Again it takes 2 or 3 to pull Leigh down. Tim Street's coming on the left. Good yards by Tim. We've got to be wide now. The Leigh attack have got to get this ball wide to the right. Loughlin goes on his own, makes good ground, unfortunately no support. Throw it out wide here, we cannot fail to score. That's a great try for Leigh by, it looks to be David Ingram. It's 24 minutes have gone here at Rydal York. A good try by David Ingram to take his tally to 17 this season. Puts Leigh 14-2 up. With again a conversion by prolific goal kicker Dean Pirtle.
The substitution for Leigh, number 17, Paul Daniel, comes on to replace number 10, Tao Liku.
As you may have heard over the loudspeaker system, Paul Daniel has actually come onto the field to give Tao Liku a rest after 24 minutes of today's game. Again, a great conversion by Dean Pirtle.
Successful goal kick, number 5, Dean Pirtle. Score now York 2, Leigh 16.
Score here now at Rydal York is Leigh 16, York 2. As well fielded by Terry Smirk, who seems to be the York danger man. Again, they're doing us for a high tackle. I didn't think there was anything in that. Let's put York on the attack on the halfway line. Leigh defence up to now as Luke sound. And again, they don't make a yard. They're actually a yard further back than where they took the ball. That's good defence by Leigh. That again is down to Leigh's defence. Eric Hughes has been working hard on this aspect of the game. Actually, he's done us for offside. That's York danger man, Terry Smirk. He's the guy that everything comes off in this York team, and he's got to be collared. Good ball caught, flat-footed there. The Leigh line have got to move up and meet this York attack. That's great defence by Tim Street, put him well under pressure. Ball well fielded again by young fullback Mark Kerr. Mark's keenness to get up and play the ball has resulted in a free kick for Leigh. That's good play by the young fullback, and it'll give him every confidence for the rest of the game. Tap the ball by Jonathan Quigley. Good yards made by Alex Kane. Paul Daniels, his first touch of the ball. He actually huddled with it, but he is on the end of an high tackle. Obviously, the referee's watching them. There's no way anybody's going to get away with it. As soon as players from both sides realise that they're not going to get away with it, they'll stop doing it. In fact, the referee's is having a word with both captains. The message has surely got to get through. The team that makes the least mistakes and gives the least penalties away is going to win this game tonight. Good kick for touch by Jason O'Loughlin. Quigley onto Tim Street. Good drive by Tim. Again, taking two York players to pull him down. And again by Alex Kane. Good yards made by Alex. Both prop forwards working very hard. Intricate move by Leigh. It's a great tackle to stop a try. That's amazing. The Leigh player got up to play the ball, right back by the York player, and he gives a free kick to York. Quigley and Street combined to bring the York player down. And again, Tim moves well from acting half-back and is involved in this tackle. Great tackle by Alan Mason. That's York danger man, Terry Smirk again. Everything's coming off Terry Smirk. As soon as our boys realise that, we can put him in. Great defence by Jimmy Vacosa. That's the first real tester for young fullback Mark Kerr. He takes it admirably. But Burgess takes it on from acting halfback. Rob Ball again makes good yards. Vacosa on the run, switches play to the middle of the field. Good yards by Jimmy Vacosa. And a great play of the ball. Can't understand these referees. He actually Jimmy was up playing the ball and he's seen something that nobody else has seen on the field. Good drive by the York forward, but brought to a sudden halt by Tim Street. York switch it back to the left-hand side and now back to the right. Alan Mason blocked that chip through. I think it was David Wright that dropped on it. Ah, it's a terrible mistake by Dean Pirtle. Could be costly. This young Leigh side have got to start holding the concentration for a full 80 minutes, first for the 40 till half time, and until Eric can have a go at him and keep him on the boil again for another 40 minutes. Scrum feed by Terry Smirk. Great tackle by Pirtle to hold the York winger in the right corner. And Leigh defence move up very, very quickly. That's great defence by Leigh. 3 tackles gone already, 3 to go. Leigh defence scrambling well. The boys are looking like they want this victory tonight. And a kick by Smirk. Well fielded behind his line by Dean Pirtle. Resulted in a 25-yard tap by Leigh. Quick ball to Quigley. Taps it again onto Pirtle. Well done, Dean. Vagoso takes it up. The referee doesn't seem to be wanting to penalise anybody for offside. He's taking the York line back, but he's walking in with them. Rob's got a touch, taking the ball up straight. He's running across field though. He didn't get any yards. Good 5 made by Quigley. Last tackle and a kick by Alan Mason. That's a real tester for the York fullback. And well, mistake by the York fullback, and we didn't seem to capitalise on it. We give him 20 yards though. Also goes for the interception and misses it, and York make a further 10 yards down the left hand side. Quick hands by York, a switch of play back inside, but well tackled by Quigley. Forward pass given where again it was a well moved in by Alan Mason, who seems to have banged himself in the tackle, but he's a big lad, he got up. Scrum feed by Lachlan to Ingram. Ingram to right. And 10 metres made by Daniel. Quigley to Vacosa. There's only one way to go for Jimmy. Quigley to straight switching play. Another good 10 yards made by Tim. And again he penalises York for a head-high tackle. Players on both sides seem to be brain dead. Taverner has obviously stated his claim that he will not accept anything over the shoulders, but both teams will carry on offending. This is well within Dean Pirtle's capabilities of increasing the league by a further 2 points. Fortunately, that's a miss there for Dean Pirtle, especially tonight. There is a dropout on the 20-metre line by York, and we should get possession back. It's a long kick by York, well feinted again by Mark Kerr, and Mark makes good yards. good running field by Barry Burgess, makes another 20 yard. The backs are doing a bit tonight, helping the forwards to make these yards. Yorkside miles offside there, again not attended to by the referee. Well taken up the right hand side by Alan Mason. Looking for a quick play of the ball here off Alan. It actually loses the ball in the tackle. Results in a scrum down to York.
York in possession on their own 22. It's Terry Smith acting half-back. It brings good defensive work back by Leigh, who lead 16 points to 2, 4 minutes from half-time. Centre Dean Thomas there, having a little go. Kick deep from Andy Precious. That's going to go run to touch. 10 metres from the corner flag. Leigh head and ball. It's just 2 minutes from half time here, with Leigh leading 16 points to 2. Tries from David Ingram and Jason O'Loughlin, and 4 successful kicks by Dean Purtill in reply to 1 penalty goal by Andy Precious. And it's Leigh bringing it away from their own 22. It's Tim Street on the drive. Makes a good 10 metres there. Quigley attacks in half-back. That's David Wright. Quigley again attacks in half-back. Looks for Rob Ball. Ball drives straight. And the last tackle, Mason puts the ball deep towards the touchline and finds touch just 2 metres from the corner flag. Less than 2 minutes now before half time, but it's York with head and feed inside their own 22. Smirk picks up and the kick deep immediately on the first tackle. Seeing that Mark Kay was up in the line, but Leigh tidy up into a knock on there, but the Leigh get away with that. It's Kay attacked in half back, trying to bring the ball out of defence. Leigh now set a little better. It's Patil now on the far right hand side. Leigh almost in halfway now. Sure, they'll settle for 16 point to 2 lead at half time. Daniel makes a bit of ground up the middle. Quigley looks for Street, finds the Leigh skipper. He makes another good 15 metres. It's the last tackle. This is Mason's kick. Attempted drop goal. Just wide. So in the last seconds of the first half, with Leigh leading 16 points to 2. And looking well set here for a welcome victory after the defeat at South Wales last week. Leigh defence moves in quickly. Cut York down before they can set an attack in motion. Quigley, first man in there. Tackling well tonight, Jonathan Quigley. York work up this right side. Missed tackle. But David Wright covers the danger. Leigh need to regroup quickly here. That's good defensive work again in front of their own post. So York on the last tackle now. Will they run it or will they kick? It's Smirk, plays the wide ball. Full back in the line. Adam Knighton, but Leigh snuff out the danger. That's the turnover. Good defensive work by Leigh after one missed tackle on the halfway line put them in trouble. It's Vicorso now clearing his own lines. Alex Kay makes some good yards there. Leigh over the 22. Now it's Street, Leigh skipper. Looking for a bit of space out here on this left-hand side. Quigley acting half-back. Bad ball from Quigley. Jason O'Loughlin couldn't pick up. Leigh back under pressure. Smirk to feed for York. Fullback comes up the wicket, a blindside move. Ball misses Smirk first time, but Alan Mason snuffs the danger out. Into desperation about this York attack. They desperately need a try. Ball goes loose. Leigh pick it up. And that should ensure that Leigh don't concede a try in this first half. Mason quick play the ball. See Vicorso on the wrong side. Releases Dean Pirtle. Pirtle's away. Only the fullback to beat. That's no problem for Dean Pirtle. Excellent play by Vicorso on this left-hand side. Made a little bit of space, and Pirtle finished under the post. That's Leigh 20, York 2, with a kick still to come. Some excellent play down this side by Jimmy Vicorso. Actually found him out on the wrong side of the field, but he made the extra man, released Pirtle, and Pirtle had too much pace for the fullback. In at the corner and round under the post. So that's Leigh 20, York 2. There should be no problem for Pirtle. He's in excellent kicking form since he rejoined the club from Wigan St Pat's early in the season. An excellent acquisition for Leigh. His goal kicking has been a real bonus. And this should be his 5th goal of the half. No problems there, and it's now Leigh 22, York 2.
The score now York 2, Leigh 22.
Leigh play sensibly now. This game's in the bag. It'll be another welcome 2 points. That's a knock on there. That saves York further embarrassment. The half-time hooter goals, with Leigh leading 22 points to 2.
Welcome back to Rydell York as Rydell kick from right to left as we look at it. Ball well fielded by Jimmy Vicorso on his own line. It's a great run by Kane out of his own 25-metre line. And again, another good 10 yards made by Leigh. The ball takes a ball up strong, but takes a big hit. Tim Street carries it on for another 10 or 12 metres. That's good yards by Leigh off their own line in 5 tackles. Kick by Mason, fielded well by the York right winger. Daniels stepped there by the York fullback. York looked to attack us down the right-hand side, but again, good scrambling defence by Leigh. Don't hold him down. The lad gets up and plays the ball, and a good back pass inside. York still keeping the ball alive. That's a good try scored by York, but there's questions got to be asked about our defence. Lucho have lost our uniformity there for the first couple of minutes of this half. Actually, the referee's disallowed. I cannot believe it. The referee has disallowed that. I'll have to look at the video again. He's saying the guy was turned over on his back. He's giving the head and feed to York. Smuck fakes the scrum, passes on to the 6. Well spotted by the referee. Knock on by the York winger. Again, under pressure from the Leigh defence. Leigh have got to learn to maintain the concentration throughout. I'm sure we can keep York down to 2 points and add a lot more points to our score. We must maintain our concentration. Barry Burgess takes the ball up well from behind the pack. The Corso makes it for the 10 yards. Quigley had acting half back onto Kane. He seemed to take a high shot there, not noticed by the referee. Daniel steps up his left foot and makes another 10 yards. Good yards by Johnny Quigley. John Quigley scoots from acting half back, catches the York defence on the hop. Ball back to Alan Mason, he kicks for touch. And just misses, the ball goes dead. Tap out on the 25.
Tickets ready. I'll give you the number. 7862. 7862. The prize is £80. It's collected from Camp Pearson in the bar after the game. Thank you.
York made good yards there by 2 drives. Looking to spread the ball wide. Snuffed out by a great tackle. Both markers went to sleep there, got caught with the back to the play of the ball. We excelled in the first half of the marker play. Now we've been penalised, I think, for offside. No, it's in fact for talking by the York. York are their own worst enemies tonight. Obviously, they're very frustrated by the tactics of the Leigh team. Seem to be switched on to the job in hand. Quigley onto Kane, who makes good yards. Tim Street comes in to take the second drive. Steps off his right foot. Again, good yards by Tim Street. 2 Leigh forwards, 2 Leigh prop forwards are certain. Oh, a complete mix-up in the Leigh attack there.
503.
Complete lack of concentration by Ingram there. It's really frustrating for the forwards who are making the good yards, and the Leigh again. Ingram has lost his concentration and he's gone with a red card. As Ingram dispatched sent off for a high tackle. The lads have had fair warning by the referee in the first half. He's given numerous penalties to both sides for high shots. He said he wasn't going to tolerate it, he's not done. Ingram's nobody to blame, only himself, and he's put the rest of the team under severe pressure now. It's a real test of character now for the Leigh lads. 12 men on the team, and we've got to work twice as hard now, everyone. York danger man Terry Smuck again makes good yards. Hooker goes from acting half back. Slits the ball. Smuck knocks on. Again, that's Leigh off the hook. Leigh's head and feed 10 metres from their own line. They've actually lost one scrum against the head here. I've got to make sure they get this ball and get back up in the York 20 metres. Again, good work by Burgess, who nearly escaped the clutches of the York defender. Quigley scoots from acting half back. Quick play of the ball to O'Loughlin. O'Loughlin to Daniels. Daniels goes across field, loses the ball, but it loses it backwards, and it's play on for Leigh. This time it's a swinging arm by York. Both sets of players must have got the message. It must be brain dead, the pair of them. There's no way he's going to tolerate it, so why carry on doing it? Tap by Quigley onto Street. Tim again makes good yards. Alex Kane takes the ball up strong. Very close to a spear tackle there. Good switch of play with Mason. It's great running by Daniel. Onto Rob Ball. Rob Ball skinned the fullback. Great play by Alan Mason. And Rob Ball and Daniels. That's all we've got to do. The game's simple enough.
Professional for Leigh, number 11, Rob Ball.
Great try by Leigh there, obviously from a set move. All we've got to do is stick to the game plan, play our sets of 6 out and cut the silly penalties out, and we're going to walk away from it tonight with a convincing win. Dean Purtle lines up the kick in front of the post, which again should be a formality for Dean. Well converted again by Dean Purtle.
Dean Purtle with a successful goal kick. And score now York 2, Leigh 28.
As you probably heard over the loudspeaker system, it's Leigh 28, York 2. It's a good deep kick down to the York 25 and a good chase by the Leigh players. Good defence again by Leigh. Well in Jimmy, of course, a great tackle. Assisted well by Street, he turned him on his back. Again, they try to attack down this side. Vacosa moves in well. Burgess and Danley assisting their tackle. As the York supporter quite rightly says, you may have heard him over the microphone, they have lost ground. That's not down to York's inability to make it, that's down to Leigh's tenacity in the defence. Ball picked up well by Barry Burgess. If this lad gets clear, there's nobody going to catch him. But he's well marshalled by the York defence. Vacosa in attacked in half-back. Vacosa takes it up on his own on the right-hand side. Makes good ground, Jimmy Vacosa. Quigley in attacked in half-back. Plays the ball. Quigley onto Daniels. Daniels takes the ball up strong, turns in the tackle. Good play the ball by Daniels, catches him on the back foot. Carried on well by Street. Good yards by Tim Street. Tim's having a storming game tonight. Quigley onto O'Loughlin, Loughlin onto Mason. A fantastic ball by Mason, splits the York defence. Scramble across well though. Mason. Crossfield kick by Mason, that could be anybody's ball. Presses on the winger. And he's done Burgess for offside. I can't believe that. The kick only went 10 yards forward. How can he possibly do him for offside?
The substitution for Leigh, number 10, Tal Rico, comes on for number 12, Alex Kane.
Again, Eric Hughes spelling his forwards intelligently. Gives Alex Kane a rest. On comes Lico after a breather, and we're looking for bigger things out again from Toy. Takes some steam out of the York pike. York attack down the right-hand flank. But again, 2 or 3 Leigh defenders move in. Turn the fella over on his back, and that's what we've been doing in training. Smirk onto the stand-up. And again goes scrambling defence by Leigh. At this moment, York seem bemused. They don't seem to have an answer to the tenacious Leigh tackling. Smirk to try in the left-hand side. Burgess lets it roll into touch because it is now Leigh's head and ball. Lachlan to feed the scrum. Vacosa takes him on the outside. Vacosa's got his head back. Great yards by Jimmy Vacosa. The York hook has got to be offside. Plus the elder fella coming second tackle. Again, we're not looking, referee. Lachlan takes his eye off the ball. A silly mistake on the second tackle. York seem to be making 3 substitutions. Obviously feel that they've got problems. York had him feeded the scrum, and Leigh get the ball.
Number 16, Chris Stewart, and 17, Andy Precious, come on to replace number 9, Alex Callister, number 10.
Referee Taverner's making the scrum go down again. York get the ball from the head and feed. Again, they don't make any errors due to Leigh's excellent defence. Leigh scrambled well there, but an unfortunate missed tackle by Jonathan Quigley led to York's good attacking position as York throw the ball out from left to right through 2 pair of hands and back on the inside. But that's a great tackle. This time York come from right to left. It's into the other overlap. York score from acting half-back after good work by substitute forward Judge. Terry scoots over from acting half-back after good work and good play of the ball by this fella called Judge. He played last night in the Alliance game at Leigh. He was the outstanding player for York Alliance team. He absolutely earned his place on the bench tonight for the first team, and he could again be the danger man tonight. We've got to snuff him out. Leigh's first team squad watched the game last night. They obviously know what he's capable of doing. And hopefully they're behind the sticks now saying, let's pick this fella out, let's get him knocked on his backside.
For Leigh, number 14, David Hill, has come on for number 11, Rob Ball.
The ever versatile David Hill actually takes the field in replace of Rob Ball. Presumably will go into the forwards. And that conversion is missed by York Andy Precious.
20
Safras Patel actually takes the field for Jason O'Loughlin, who seems to be limping as he comes off. Patel, another 18-year-old, same as Mark Kerr, but I can assure you that he won't lack anything in tenacity. The lad will get stuck in, he'll have a go. Patel's gone 9. Patel has actually gone to hooker. Jonathan Quigley's gone to 7, and from the first scrum, Quigley loses the ball behind the pack, which gives the head and feet to York, who win the ball at the scrum. York for a planned move on from the scrum, but again well marshalled by the lead defence. Speculative pass by York. Terry Smirk, the winger, should and could have took that ball, but I was obviously looking at the winger. Barry Burgess coming in. Leigh win the ball at the head and scrum. Lecky takes it up, plays the ball quickly onto Tim Street. He takes the ball on the vantage line. Good yards by Tim Street. And again, a quick play of the ball and leaves the York defender prostrate on the floor. It's an intelligent kick by Mason, chased by the Leigh attack, and later run in touch by the York winger. York player who got bumped off by Tim Street for again back to his feet and moving back in the line. He really knows the meaning of who you are, Timmy Street. Great tackle by Mason. Mason's got a point to prove and a shirt to get back in this first team. Up to now tonight he's been going very well. Great defence by Tim. I don't think Tim will mind me calling one of the elder statesmen of the team, but if some of the youngsters have the same tenacity and same work rate as Tim, and there he is again in the tackle. Smunk scoots from acting half-back. York seemed at 6 and 7 then on the last tackle. They couldn't even find the kicker. The ball went to 2 or 3 pair of hands and they finally drilled the ball deep into Leigh's half. I'll now hand you over to my co-commentator, Mike Young.
Let's lead with head and feed inside their own 22. Under a little bit of pressure at the moment, down to 12 men after that sending off of David Ingram. Just trying to clear their own lines and settle things down. It's Towlick who takes the ball up, makes good yards, pulls 4 men into the tackle. A little bit slow to get up to play the ball. Now substitute David Hill. Beats a couple of men, comes back inside before he gets felled by Chris Judge. The youngster Safras Patel there, hands on to Paul Daniel. Quigley dummies, scoots away from acting half-back. Leigh almost on halfway, so that's the 5th tackle. Now we're looking for Alan Mason to kick the ball deep. He does. He finds touch 15 metres from the York line. York head and feed. 15 metres from their own line, as I say. And there'll be substitute Brown to feed. Bit of a scrappy ball. Referee Taberner rules that Leigh's pack has broken too quickly, and that's a penalty for York. Precious takes it quickly. Finds 15 metres. Smirk with a tap onto Andy Marson. It was quickly wrapped up there by Tauliku and Paul Daniel. Smirk moves it wide. Leigh's defence holding steady at the moment. Precious tries to turn it back inside. Bit of an ambitious pass. The York support play not good enough. Ball goes to ground. Another breakdown in play, and it's Leigh's head and ball, 5 metres inside the York half. Leigh in front, 28 points to 6, and seemingly on the way to a well-deserved victory here tonight. Patel having trouble here at the scrum. That's the third time he's been unable to pick up cleanly. He gets a fourth attempt. Again, he doesn't pick up cleanly, but he comes up with possession. Leigh's pack having trouble. Only 5 of them packing down, with Mason out of the loose forward position and playing standoff to cover for the sent-off David Ingram. Leigh got the roll going. It's David Wright now taking it towards the post. York caught offside, and surely Leigh will kick at goal here. Wind the clock down, take the 2 points. Patel is successful with this one. That will be his 6th goal of the game. 6 out of 7, I beg your pardon, 7th goal of the game. Only had 1 failure so far, and as I said earlier in the commentary, what an acquisition this lad's been. So it's Patel with a penalty. 23 metres out, right in front of the post. No problem with that one. So it's now Leigh 30 points, York 6.
Score now York 6, Leigh 30.
Well, that's Dean Purto with 18 points so far in the game. 7 successful kicks from 8 attempts, plus that try right at the death of the first half. It's Leigh well in command, 30 points to 6 in front. Was York prepared to make another substitution? Coach Stuart Horton desperately ringing the changes, trying to get some sort of cohesion and pattern to this York play. Well, they've been totally outgunned by Leigh tonight so far. Leigh have defended superbly, been under pressure at times, particularly after the sending off of Ingram. So far they've only conceded 1 try, and I'm sure coach Eric Hughes will be pleased with the defensive effort so far. So it's York now trying to bring the ball towards halfway line, but it's David Hill and Quigley quickly into the tackle. On the last kick, Precious puts the ball deep. Mark Kay on his full debut tonight, the 18-year-old, signed from Leigh East in May. Hint of a fumble, but picks up and makes good ground.
The substitution for York, number 15, Dean Jackson, comes on first, number 13.
Well, it's Patel now to Tauliku. Liku makes good 15 metres there, takes the ball well at pace. Scatters the first line of York defence before he's brought down. Daniel comes in there, hint of a high tackle there from Dean Thomas, right round the throat. Second man in, but it's straight now. That looks as though it will be a penalty to Leigh. High tackle by Marson on straight. Surely Leigh will put this ball deep into touch and set a position for possibly another try. But no, Pirtle fancies his chances here from halfway. Perhaps a little bit ambitious, but one thing it does do, it runs the clock down a little bit more. Times on Leigh's side, leading 30 points to 6. And something like 12 or 13 minutes to go. Purtill obviously in good form tonight, as I say, kicked 7, been successful 7 times so far out of 8. Fancies his chances of another one. This one right on the halfway line. Distinctive style, lays the ball flat on the tee. Left-footed, comes round the corner. Hits it well. Has he got the accuracy? No, but he's just wide of this right-hand upright. No problem with the distance for him, it's just the accuracy that let him down. So it's still Leigh in front at 30 points to 6. As York tried to bring the ball out of their own 22. It's Smirk attacked in half-back. Turns the ball back inside to the winger. Chris Hopcutt. Hopcutt beats one man before Street puts him to ground. And this is Mark Kane, but he's swallowed up by a 3-man Leigh tattle. It's full-back Adrian Knighton there. Tries to set a move going. Loses the ball and Kay picks up under pressure from Smirk. And quite safe tonight, Mark Kay. Not had a great lot to do defensively, but what he's done well. He could be pleased with his first full appearance. Burgess here looking for a little bit of room. Mason looks for David Hill. One of the other Leigh subs spins out of 2 tackles, beats a third before he's finally brought down by Terry Smirk. Good little break there by David Hill. It's Mason again in possession. Long ball. Referee Taberner spots a knock on there.
To replace number 17, Paul Daniel.
So midway between the 22 and the halfway line, it's York with head and feed at the scrum. And it's Brown to feed. Where Mr. Taberner's happy that the scrum's set square. Hot cut brought down there by Vicorso and David Wright. Craig Moore reaches halfway. Smirk goes in, attacks in half-back, and it's Mark Kane, who's probably been York's best attacking player tonight. It's a young standoff. Smirk throws a dummy. Brown back inside to second row, David Smith. Brown again. Kane looks for support outside. Leigh swarming defence. Winger has a little go himself, but it's brilliantly picked up there on the far side by Vicorso. I think it is over on that far side. No, it isn't. It's Patel over on the far side. Brilliant pick up there at his own line. Made a good 22 metres, relieved the danger, and Leigh back on the attack again. And it's Liku. Goes down in a 3-man tattle. Now it's Alex Kane back on the field, driving towards halfway. Made good yards tonight, Alex Kane. Patel, good quick ball, taken perhaps slightly late. Leaves Patel hobbling slightly. Street takes that one-handed, goes up the middle. Patel throws a long one, it's a wild pass from Patel. Burgess does well to collect, field the ball, and find Vicorso. Excellent play there by Barry Burgess, rescued a nasty situation for Leigh. It's Mason on the last tattle, puts the kick in, drills it up the touch line. York struggling to break out of their own half at the moment. Leigh well on top, got this game well in the pockets. Leading 30 points to 6. And it's York with head and feed, 5 metres outside their own 22. Quigley struggling to get his head into this scrum. The ball's in this time. Brown finds the winger. Keith Moore. This is Andy Marson taking it up. Still with that headband after his spell in the blood bin in the first half. Obviously got a nasty cut on the forehead. Smirk again. Brown. Kane throws a dummy. Judge puts that one down. Vicorso cleans up. And it's Leigh again able to set another attack in motion. Something like 9 minutes left. Leigh now seemingly settled for this scoreline. Don't need to do anything exceptional. No, the points are in the bag. Played well tonight. Totally dominated the game from start to finish. Kay has a little dart up the middle. Quigley attacked in half back, I beg your pardon. Street takes it up. Got a lot of work this lad's got through tonight, the Leigh skipper. Made a lot of hard yards. Mason attempted drop goal, long range. That looks good. Yes. Alan Mason's 40-yarder there. Stretches Leigh's lead to 31 points to 6.
The drop goal for Leigh by number 13, Alan Mason. Score now York 6, Leigh 31.
Mason there obviously happy to take the 1 pointer that was on offer. Now with the opportunity to kick deep, put York back under pressure in front of their own post. Kicks deep, it's picked up by substitute Judge. This lad had a good game for York A team last night against Leigh, and has obviously earned a recall to the first team on that evidence. Mason makes a tackle on Mark Kane, comes across, brings down Andy Precious. Smirk scoots away from acting half-back, but it's Patel and Mason there that bring him down. Kane throws a dummy, puts Judge clean through the gap. His ball wasn't the best in the world, but full-back Adam Knighton just couldn't hang on as David Wright came across to make the tackle. Well, there's certainly a chance there for York. If full-back Knighton could have hung on to that one. But as it is, it's Leigh's head and ball on their own 22. And Patil now looks to bring it away. Good break there from second row man Judge. That split the Leigh defence. But Wright's cover tackle was enough to put Knighton off at the crucial moment of taking the pass in. This is Liku now, over halfway. Again, it takes two men to bring him down. What a dangerous player this lad is when he runs from deep and runs at pace. Mason beats three men, cuts out three men there with the pass. Doesn't give Burgess a great deal of chance. Vike also dribbles that one into touch. Leigh now seemingly content to play York in their own half. Something like 5 minutes to go now, with Leigh leading 31 points to 6. And well on course for what's only the third away win of the season. Smirk hands on to Dave Smith, but Vicorso's in there with a very, very strong tackle. Kane. Hands on. Smirk attacking half back again. This ex-Hull scrum half. A real box of tricks at the times. And one of York's main playmakers. Good ball there from Brown to full-back Knighton. Smirk again, heavily involved in the action until Patel brings him down. It's the last tackle York not quite sure what to do with that one. Pressure puts it high up in the air. Comes back, it's still York possession, but it's still the last tackle. Knighton on the burst. A wild slash at the ball there from number 2, Chris Hopcutt. And it's still the last tackle. Tim Street there, loitering with intent, perhaps having a little minute on the 22. Suddenly finds the ball in his hands. I'm sure he didn't expect that. Street plays it quite gingerly. Burgess is away now. Knocks off Dean Thomas. Can't get through the next 2 tacklers. Quigley attacked in half back. Right steps, but steps back into the cover. Quigley again picks up, looks for Liku, looks for some big yards from the Tongan. Makes 10 or 15 before he's brought down. Quigley scoots away, sees his markers are not working. Good play by Quigley. And that's a penalty for the second tackle by Smirk. Came right over the top. And that's a penalty to Leigh. Pirtle fancy another chance. No, but I think Alan Mason decided that we'll try to finish with a try. Kick to touch and 6 tackles inside the York 22. There's 2 or 3 minutes left now here at Rydale Stadium. Liku drives sideways, knocks off one man, goes for the pulse. Leigh in an ideal position now, centre field to set up something. Kane dodges and weaves and is almost there. Quigley flicks it up to Mason. Lovely inside ball there to David Hill. Hill swallowed up by the cover. Leigh now with 3 tackles left to try and set up a final try. Street, Liku. That would have been a try had Barry Burgess been able to take that one. It popped in and out of his hands. Had he taken that cleanly, the young winger was certainly in at the corner. As it is, it's York head and feed inside their own 22. Browner picks up, feeds Kane. Time running out now. Leigh well in control, 31 points to 6, and there's absolutely no danger of them losing this game now. It's fullback Knighton juggles with that one, comes round, only to be swallowed up by Alex Kane. David Wright, I think it was there. Street and Patel bring Dean Thomas down. It's Chris Judge again now. Eager run of this lad. That looks like a penalty for interference at the play of the ball by Quigley. Smirk quickly puts the ball into touch. 5 metres inside the Leigh half. Smirk taps the ball. Dave Smith half breaks Vicorso's tackle before Kane finishes him off. Smirk, that's a poor ball. Retrieved by Brown. Kane. This tricky little standoff. Throws a loose pass, and is that a knock-on? Yes, it is. Referee Taberner rules that that's a knock-on, and it should be Leigh head and ball. This may well be the last set of 6 tackles. Patel feeds, not the best of balls, but Mason picks it up on the half volley. Again, not the best of passes, but Vicorso makes the most of that. Feeds Burgess. Burgess has a half chance. But the cover's across, and there's the full-time hooter with Leigh comprehensive winners, 31 points to 6 here at Rydale Stadium.
York 6, Leigh.
Really hard, but we've always seemed to get on top, but I can't see this one being easy at all.
You're sure to be singled out for extra attention. Does that worry you?
No, not really. I'm just going to have to keep getting up, that's all.
Has the loss of last year's grand final